this is she, and I'm here giving perspective on sex. Okay, well, sex is a interesting manifestation in this world. Okay, so what I see when two people engage in a sexual intercourse experience is their systems go all liquidy. So I see human beings with all these pipelines inside them, like pipelines, which is the pipeline construction in which they've set themselves up according to the program language of the mind consciousness systems inside human beings. So what happens when two people that are of mind consciousness system manifestations engage in sexual experience is that their systems go liquid. Why? Because the systems go liquid to be able to reprogram themselves. So both partners become liquefied, the information within them, within the pipeline structures, which is the manifestation of the mind consciousness system, liquefy, to renew themselves, to rejuvenate themselves and recharge themselves and repower themselves and to remanifest themselves inside the human beings. So, because of the current manifestation of this world, and because human beings are programmed systems that with pipelines, the manifestation of these systems, the encoding and the codes of the program language of these systems require refreshing, like turning off your computer and turning it back on, refreshing the computer, or refreshing a web page or a program on the computer. That's how these systems within inside human beings, manifested within as pipeline structures, refresh themselves. Now, it is interesting because it is able to liquefy. Now, these pipeline structures are interesting because they're programmed in such a way that the information contained within these pipeline structures, which is the information of the being of themselves as a mind consciousness system, as what they would define themselves as, is able to liquefy. So it liquefies within the pipeline structures, and the orgasmic experience is when this liquefied experience gets transferred throughout into the unconscious mind of the human beings, which is also a pipeline structure, and then all that liquefied energy is placed into all of humanity and then manifests in the rest of humanity system to compound their systems. Why? Because then when their systems compound, that is more, when they have sex again, their program information within the pipeline structures liquefy, and there's more to liquefy, and then more to purify, and then the pipeline structures merely send these laser beam information in the circular formation of the pipeline structure, and then these little laser beams that reprogram the complete inside of the pipeline structures of the mind consciousness system again as what it was, but it's new. So, there's a rejuvenation system, which is manifested as the pipeline manifestations of the mind consciousness system, to clear and rejuvenate and renew the entire system inside the human physical body. And that's how all the waste is retransferred and rejuvenated and rechanged all over across humanity, the more human beings as mind consciousness systems have sex. So, that's precisely what happens when human beings engage in sexual experience. The liquidifying of the programmed language systems within them liquefies, gets transferred into all the rest of humanity, and then when they have sex again, all that liquid that was transferred as systems gets liquefied again, and so it gets always transferred inside human beings, because systems need to rejuvenate. So it's an automatic rejuvenation system. Because why? It was required, because otherwise people would have become rusty. They would have gone mad. They would have broken down, like actual systems, like computers. Computers only last for so long, and so human beings are only able to last for so long with these programmed manifestation systems inside them, and therefore they require rejuvenation so they can at least live up to the age of 70, 80 years old if they don't die according to fateful accidents that may occur in their programmed lives. Otherwise, you would have probably not made it until you were about 7, 8 years old. That's why rejuvenation is required. Okay, and that's why children at a very young age is engaging into sexual experiences at the moment, because their systems require rejuvenation. So, sex is the requirement of the rejuvenation of the systems inside human beings to make sure that they don't die, that they don't short-circuit, that they don't knock out. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. This is she. This is my perspective on sex.